Hey, what's up guys? Josh here from Champ Status Gaming, and today I'm bringing you a Let's Play in the game Torchlight. Torchlight is basically a dungeon crawl game you can buy off Steam for $15. And to give you a summary, this game has 3 classes that you can select for your character. It's got the standard Destroyer, which is basically a warrior, excelling at melee combat and channeling his power to smite foes, is what it says at the bottom. Next we have the Vanquisher, which is the archer, basically. And lastly we have the standard Mage. So 3 standard classes, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Each have very different play styles. But for the sake of this Let's Play, I'm going to play a Destroyer. I already have a higher level Alchemist and want to try something new. You also get a pet in this game. Your pet can either be a dog or a cat at the start. My pet's name is YouTube, because YouTube's awesome. And my character's name is Josh. So let's go ahead and start it up. I'll play it on normal. It has the standard easy, normal, hard, very hard difficulties, and it also has a hardcore mode, in which hardcore mode, if your character dies, you permanently die and have to restart from the very beginning. So that's for, I guess, very hardcore players, as you can tell by the name.
I have always been a
As I said, I'm going to skip this intro, nobody really cares. Welcome to the town of Torchlight. Explore the area by left-clicking to move around, visit the denizens of the town to shop, or find quests to perform. Blah 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 blah. Actually, I'll show the tips. So yeah, it's a click-to-walk based game. It has pretty nice graphics, if you ask me.
Good day.
Standard quest. First quest to start off. If you brave the tunnels and bring me a sample of gleaming ember, I will reward you well. You get fame, XP, and gold. Sounds pretty nice. I'm going to take the standard quest and move on. You start off with a couple health potions and mana potions. And I also start off with a slash attack, which is pretty cool. Your left, for this warrior, my left click is bound to attack, and my right click is bound to slash, which is basically the standard warrior move, I guess. As you can see, you just have to right click to use skills. Your guy will automatically attack, but you do have to keep clicking. I didn't know that for a warrior.
I can't hold them back much longer.
You all right, Sil?
Some chick with a shield.
I'm going.
Blah blah blah. I'm just trying to get some good gameplay for you guys. If you have like $15 to spend, this is a really good game to spend. I've found hours and hours of gameplay, and it's just a great game. If you are looking for like a dungeon crawl type game, this game reminds me of Dungeon Siege. If any of you have played the standard Dungeon Siege games, I was in love with the first Dungeon Siege. I played it for years and years. But then the second one came out and I was hyped for the second Dungeon Siege, and it was pretty terrible. So yeah, I didn't have much fun with that. But I did eventually get this game, and I'm satisfied with this game for my dungeon crawl, you know, lust, I guess you can say. It has chests you can open, different kinds of mobs, monsters, whatever, however you want to call them. And one thing I would like to talk about in this game is there's a fishing aspect to the game.
Hello.
In which blah blah blah. I don't care about you, minor. This ooh, I can dual wield. There is a fishing aspect in this game in which you clearly can fish, and fishing, can't equip that helmet. Fishing will get you different fish, which you can actually feed to your pet, whether it be the cat or the dog, and the fish will transform your dog into whatever the fish transforms it into. So say you get a spider fish of whatever, I don't really know any of the names off the top of my head. You feed it to your dog and he'll transform into a big spider, help you in combat, and each of the different pets transformations have like different special attacks, I want to say, different pluses, different negatives. So you could get like a tank-based pet. I'm pretty sure there's a healer-based one. It's really cool, the fishing aspect. I do like this warrior. He's pretty cool. Dual wielding, and he one-shots most of these mobs with slash.
You have completed a quest.
Guess I got that gleaming ember. It's pretty cool. And this game also has unidentified items, which is basically an item that doesn't have the enchantments on it identified, in which you use identify scrolls. I don't have any of them equipped right now, but I will show you later in the Let's Play. And it also has town portal scrolls. The town portal scrolls will obviously teleport you to the town, so you can always go back, restock on health, armor, upgrade your gear, whatever you want to do. Which is a very nice aspect to this game. So it's not like a continual moving on. You can't really take a break, can't take a rest, can't re-gear. You can always do that in this game. And another thing I'd like to address is this game is crazy about the dungeon layouts. No two dungeon layout will be the same. Say one of you viewers buy this game, this will not be the exact same first level as me. They constantly change, they have different environments, and it's just ridiculous. I've seen environments from like rocky caves to like deadly graveyards and forest underground caverns of awesomeness, and you can just basically use your mind. There's all different kinds of environments, which is very cool. It's a plus to this game, in my opinion. Another thing I'd like to talk about in this game is the bosses. There's also really cool boss fights. Most of them are tank and spank. I mean, you just sit there and attack. They teleport around, summon defenders, whatever. But there are also level up. There are also fights in which you have to like move around, go click different things, say knock traps on the bosses and stuff, which is really cool too. And that was an explosion barrel, not good. And we're gonna show you how the level up works. You get stat points, and your raw stats, your core stats I should say, are strength, dexterity, magic, and defense. Since I'm the warrior, I'm gonna want mostly strength, because strength increases your melee damage as by a direct percentage, which is nice. Dexterity increases range damage. Warriors don't really use bows, although I think they can. Magic increases weapon elemental damage by a direct percentage, obviously, and defense increases the damage your armor absorbs by a direct percentage. So tanks are gonna want mostly, how many points do I get? 5? You're going to want mostly strength and defense. I like to stay alive, so I put 3 points in strength, 2 in defense. There's also different, like, talent trees, I want to say. For the warrior, there's Berserker, Titan, and Spectral. I haven't really taken a good look at these, but they seem pretty cool. There's active abilities that you can use, and there's also passive abilities, which are always enabled, such as a passive dual wielding, improves the damage of all weapons when dual wielding. And there's also usable skills such as Devastate. It's a class skill farther in the game, inflicts 100% of weapon DPS. You get 10% faster movement, a bunch of debuffs such as slower cast speed, slower attack, but you also gain 56 to 125 damage for 6 seconds. So that's like a berserk mode, I want to say. Let's see what I want to get. I already have, I'm going to make this as cool as possible. Get this shadow armor skill, which summons a phantasm which attacks nearby foes. It sounds pretty cool. 29-second duration. I'm going to go ahead and equip that. And let's see how this phantasm works. Oh, it's got like this cool ghost above my character. I like that. So let's move on, kill some more guys. And what it seems like is this character, this phantasm that's hovering above me, attacks whatever's within melee range of me, which is really cool. I like that. My alchemist character that I played for the longest time, I got about halfway through the game, stopped playing. One day when I have the time, I'm going to go back to it and finish the game on the alchemist, because I was so far on him and I just want to see the end game content. So the alchemist basically plays as a mage. He has a lot of slows, a lot of like heavy hitting area of effect spells. So the I'm assuming the mage does the most damage, but I'm also gonna assume that the warrior has the highest survivability, because you can just assume that, because that's usually what it would be in most games, and it's what I'd expect. And where do I go? Over here, I guess? There's also a lot of, like, hidden cavern areas where, like, you can find a switch on the ground, go click it, and your character will discover, like, a hidden cavern. I haven't really been looking out for them that much. I may have missed one or two. Whoa, it's an enemy treasure chest. So if you guys see something in the gameplay, go ahead and laugh at me. I won't be insulted. I'm focusing on my commentary. So what did I get? I got a socketable gem. You also get gear that have sockets in which you can socket these gems into, such as this gem increases weapon poison damage by 3 and increases poison resistance, which is